Many of you may have seen my campaign signs about the county, and this is my opportunity to share with you the person behind those signs. Getting to know your candidate is probably one of the most important things a responsible voter can do for yourself, your family, and community. A responsible voter elects responsible public servants who are willing to serve the public. That vote you have has so much history, which each and every service member that has served in the United States military, law enforcement, firefighters, and EMTs. Your right to vote and freedom to do so should not be taken lightly, since it elects and affects everyone, from the president, local police funding, your children's education, and so much more. There will be an upcoming video blog on my vision and plans for our county in the near future. However, today I present myself before you as Frank Dillman, your candidate for Chairman of Macon County Commission. A brief and verifiable history of myself will show you that my decision to run for office has been a long one in planning, and not simply a decision made irrationally or for personal gain. I have a great history of serving people in the communities where I've lived. My community service began when I was a young Boy Scout and being honored with the Order of the Arrow for my contributions to my community and Scout troop. Still feeling the desire to serve almost immediately upon turning 18 and living on Long Island, I voluntarily joined the Navy. As a hospital corpsman, I served my country, sailors, and was well trained to provide combat emergency medical care to our Marines on the battlefield. Instructing future hospital corpsmen in Great Lakes, Illinois, was one of my most exciting tours of my 20 years of service across the globe, on board ships, as the ship's company, and embarked troops with the Marine Corps. Early in my career and until retirement, I was responsible for the custody and maintenance of personnel and medical records, as well as command files. In 1986, I retired as a Chief Hospital Corpsman with the Fleet Marine Force designation and several personnel awards, including the Navy Commendation Medal. Upon my retirement from the Navy, I then found myself getting more involved in the local community by joining political watchdog groups and working on a successful county commission campaign and being elected as president of a local community club satisfied my desire to serve until moving to Alabama. Since my Navy retirement, I have been a very avid recycler and protector of our sensitive earth, and I was on the front end of what we want for our county today. Sharing my experience and encouragement of recycling with my son's school in Volusia County, Florida, demonstrated how every individual can make a difference. I was one of the few that had solar panels on my roof to heat my domestic water and to provide electricity to my house to lessen our carbon footprint. Having run several marathons, including the Boston Marathon, many years of recreational basketball, volleyball, handball, etc., I was also a race director for 3-mile and 18-mile road races in Volusia County. Moving to Alabama in 1990, my family and I purchased our home with a small farm to call our own. We have raised and grown just about everything possible, from goats to blueberries. When my children were grown and left home, I then felt the desire to go back to work. Keeping with my healthcare administrative degree, I worked as a quality care inspector of a Tuskegee nursing home, but ultimately wound up with the poultry science at Auburn University. In poultry science, I was responsible for long-term research projects funded by very, very large corporate grants, undergraduate recruiting, and supervision of students in our poultry labs. In poultry science, I fought for the recognition of students and staff. One of my staff nominees was nominated for the annual award. And I might add, not only nominated, he received that annual award. Upon implementing many of my own methods of data collection and supervision of student employees, I retired from Auburn University with 11 years of service, earning each respect from many professors and staff to this day. In closing, I would like to tie up my accomplishments and achievements. Since the implementation of mandatory garbage pickup in 2009 for Macon County, I have been exempt from that program because of my recycling accomplishments. In office, I want to set the example of recycling and aggressively reduce our litter problem to achieve the beauty that Macon County has. I still have limited use of solar electricity and the use of roof panels to heat my domestic water 10 or more months per year. I continue to grow fruits and vegetables along with goats and organic chickens. For over a decade, I have been sharing my knowledge of political issues affecting each of us at the state and county levels on frankdillman.com, as well as traveling the state to speak on initiative and referendum. I challenge our politicians for the greater good of our community and fellow citizens, including the state effort opposing the state purchasing more Forever Wild properties while the state being broke. Some of you may recognize my name, Frank Dillman, from the many letters to the editors, an AL.com op-ed, and nearly 5 years of columns in the Tuskegee News. Now you have the face to the name and the name of the face of your next chairman, Macon County Commission. Please be a responsible voter and elect a responsible leader, not someone on name recognition or friendship or a family member. Examine their resumes and know their political views and purpose of government. After learning as much as possible of the candidates, vote for the candidate you feel who will do the best job to lead and improve our county over the next 4 years. I thank you very much for your time, and please subscribe for more upcoming videos about me and how I stand on various issues for you, not me. On Tuesday, November 8, 2016, cast your vote for change by a change in your vote. Thank you very much, and please have a